Hey guys, this is a video to show you guys how to do the receiver pack, or should I say transmitter pack mod on your dx3s, dx2s, dx3r, and the dx3r Pro. Now, the dx3r Pro is a little different, but I will explain it and everything else. I can't remember what the dx3r, but I think it's pretty much exactly the same anyways. But with the dx3s and the dx2s, it's exactly the same process as what I'm going to show you here. You'll need a couple things. If you're doing a receiver pack, I do recommend using life packs because they're 6.6 volts, where with a lipo it's 7.4. With the lipos, you need to use a regulator to drop it down to 6 volts. The nice thing about the life packs, no regulator needed. So you need a couple things. First, you'll need a servo lead, a receiver pack lead. Just a generic one with the two wires, positive and negative. Just a short piece like this. Your power pack. This is a lipo. I'm not using a regular one because I actually drain this down so it's not full voltage, just to show you it working. I use life cells, which are these. These are 1600 milliamps. They're the size of a AA battery, and the nice thing about it, two of these weigh the same amount as one AA battery. I use these in all my spectrum controllers because the nice thing about it is if you use these, the AA style life batteries, it's a real simple mod. You just stick the two batteries in right here. Okay, as long as you have a charger that'll charge life cells, you're set. Now the only thing you have to do is you jump this terminal and this terminal together with a piece of wire, and what will happen is they'll take the negative side of this and actually ground it off to here, because inside is the negative power wires on this side. So you just take a piece of wire and solder it on from here to here, and you're done. You don't have to take the controller apart. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff, and you'll have a perfectly working controller. I'll actually quickly solder it on right now just to show you guys. Actually, I put it on the wrong side, sorry. You want it on this side. This side is where you want it. And then what you want to do is you want to solder these two together. Okay? So as you can see, there's the negative lead, and then this is just the jumper to jump the two so it can actually run in series. So you just jump these two. So I'll jump these two wires and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Now I just quickly jumped it, so just to show you guys what I'm talking about. See, it's jumped. Now, when you turn the controller on, it powers up. And I don't know if you guys can see that. Sorry, but my webcam's kind of crap. But as you can see, it's 6.6 volts, which is perfect, and it's just running off those two batteries. As you can see, the lights on and everything else. That's that simple to do the life cell mod. Now, the other mod I'm going to show you will explain you how to do the power, like the actual pack mod. So we're going to turn this off. I'll just tuck this in for now. Now, the first thing you need to do, you got to take the controller apart to do this. One thing you have to do is this little label here, this plastic label, needs to come off. You have to peel it off, and you need to peel the LCD lens cover off too, which I've already done ahead of time. So you have to peel this off, and unfortunately this has been slit just because I bought this controller secondhand before, so and I had to take it apart because the power button was messed. But you have to peel that off or just slit it like this is. So then what you do is after that you do that, you take off the grips, and then you got to take out all the screws. Now just to let you guys know, there is a screw underneath this little plastic label here. You have to peel this back to get to the screw, because there is guys that out there that have taken these things apart and didn't notice that there was a screw underneath it and breaks it. There is no screw in here now because the previous owner took it apart and broke it already. So not a big deal. It doesn't really affect anything. But you just peel this back. Now if you need to, just clean the tape off and use carpet tape. It's really thin. It's two-sided tape, but it's carpet. It's really thin, and just put it back on there. You won't even notice it was taken off after. After you do that, you take that screw out, this screw, this one here, 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 and this one here. That's all the screws. Get all the screws out. Slowly split the thing apart. Now, when you split it apart, it'll come out to one side. Okay? Alright. Now, as you can see, this is all the stuff. Here's the tray. And then here's the power button. Now, those are the only two things you're going to have to take apart. Now, first things first. You're going to have to desolder the wires that were connected to the tray. Okay, now just to let you know, when you're holding this thing, this side is positive, this side's negative, and this side's positive. White is positive, black is negative. Okay, so you just unsolder these. Okay, once they're unsoldered, I gotta make sure they're not gonna touch because I have those batteries in it still. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your lead and you're gonna solder it on. Okay, first things first. Negative. Nope, I didn't let it cool off enough. Iron's running a little high. And then positive. Okay, now that's done. You can throw the switch back in. Now, just to let you guys know, just a little tip about the switch. Okay, if this LED is not shoved all the way through snugly, this button will stick. It's a common problem for these controllers because what happens is it shifts and then this LED comes out because there's a little plastic housing for the LED. So when you put it in, make sure it's in all the way, or your power switch will stick, and that's what happened to this controller. But as you can see, I custom painted mine. I just haven't done the power button yet because I'm actually gonna put a little button. Actually, I'm gonna be using. I got a new wheel for my dx3s Pro, and this little centerpiece here is actually two-sided on. It actually is the same exact size as that power button. So I'm just going to peel this off of here once I get my new wheel on this and stick it onto that controller. Because this is just my, backup controller, just to play around, basher controller, whatever you want to call it. Okay, once that's done, you're just going to tuck everything, right? And then put the case back on. Okay, now it's all back together. Now, before you screw it all back together, I do recommend testing it. Like I said, you can use a lipo, but you will need a regulator. And all you do with the regulator when you're installing it is that the regulator solders onto that circuit board, and the other side will have the plug on it. That's it. It'll just be like this, but it's just a regulator. So then your battery pack, your lipo pack, will plug into that regulator. But I have this one drained down, so it's not full voltage, so it'll work on this. I have not tested this at full voltage on a lipo on this controller, so I do not know if it will work or not. It might fry the controller. So do not try it without a regulator. I do recommend getting a regulator just so it drops it down to 6 volts, just to be on the safe side. But if you're using a life pack, A123 battery, life batteries, you do not need a regulator. You just mod it like this, like with this plug, and you just plug the life pack directly into it. Okay? Just like I'm doing right now. This way, no regulator needed or anything like that. You will need a regulator if you're running a lipo at full voltage. I'm running it low just to show you. So, it's plugged in. Turn the controller on. As you can see, it powers right up and it says 7.7 volts. But I'm only doing this to show you guys. I do not know if it will work 100% or not. I will do some tests and then I'll let you guys know. But that's how you do a mod so you can actually run a pack. It's that simple. Not hard at all. You can do it to the dx3s, dx3r, and the dx2s. They are all the same way. It's that simple. Other than that, you can do the life cell mod like I did. I like that easier just because it's just easier charging. You still have the tray in there or whatever. I've already done it to my dx3r. It's a little different with this mod because you actually take the trays apart, the actual terminals from the trays. You take those all out. This is actually a 6-cell tray in these controllers, and they just have this cover to cover the 2 slots. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on another one of these so I can put it on this side. But all I did was I put this on here, and I took the negative terminal side and actually put it... Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, this is a negative terminal side right here. This is the positive terminal side. That used to be on this side. I just pulled it out and put it here. So now my wires are going from positive and negative, and then there's just a bridge, and then the other pieces I just took right out. It was that simple. So it's not hard to do, very simple to do. So you just got to take apart the dx3r. I might make another video on how to take the dx3r apart and how to actually do this mod, but it's real simple. It's not hard to do at all, so it shouldn't be a big deal for you guys to do. But other than that, I hope you guys get a lot of information out of this and everything else, because honestly, it makes this controller so much lighter, and the lighter it is, the better. It feels so nice when it's nice and light. Alright, thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions or anything else, feel free to message me. Alright, see you guys later.